Hello, Pokemon fans! Today we travel back home to the Kanto region after crushing the Elite Four and reclaiming our title of Pokemon Champion. After grabbing Karen's phone number and having a strange reunion with Will, we're ready to catch the rest of the Pokemon we need to complete our decks once and for all. Let's go! Pokemon Johto!
Pokemon Johto!
Welcome back to Every Pokémon Ever. Before we begin, I would like to mention that I have explained the clone glitch for duplicating Pokemon and items, as well as the time travel mechanic, and we may use both of these methods moving forward. Also, I did use it last time to clone Master Balls. You should definitely go do that. To start off, let's finally check in with our mom and tell her our plans. You've kept my room tidy. Well, I should hope so, because I haven't been sleeping in it. That's weird. She's like, I only want to talk to you about your room or money. Or the time. I don't care that you're a champion again, jeez! With our shiny SS ticket in hand, we want to head back to Olivine City. You know what? Now that I've cloned a few berries, I'm actually going to go take care of that sickly Miltank. It's been bugging me the whole second half of this adventure. I just felt a special bond after we got so close, you know? Then head down to the harbor and prepare to board a cruise ship. Albeit a bit smaller than the last cruise ship we were on, but just as fun! Time to hit the pool, get unlimited free beverages, and, oh. You can't enjoy a vacation without a crazy loon going on about a missing granddaughter. It's an old staple of any cruise ship adventure, trust me. Okay, damn it. Let's find this kid. This guy down here wants me to go teach his buddy a lesson? Okay. This guy's feeling tired and overworked. I've heard spinach can help with that. Don't take my word for it, though. And in return, he tells us he, quote, may have seen the girl go by here. Very helpful. Yes. The sick guy wants to fight me right after throwing up chunks everywhere. I gotta say, that's talent. Just when I'm getting deathly worried about this missing child, I find she's here, with the captain, playing games. Wow, what kind of a cruise ship is this? Anyway, Grandpa is super impressed and gives me a metal coat. Definitely a great thing to have, especially if your name's Frodo Baggins. And just like that, we've arrived in Vermilion City. I haven't seen this place in a while. My old stomping grounds. The word around town is that the gym leaders have buffed up their teams, and they won't be that easy to defeat anymore. But I beat them before. I can do it again. Granted, I had a little help from my level 100 Gengar, but still. Oh, feisty as ever. It's time to block Anthony. We can head over to the good old Pokemon fan club to find the president still loves going on about his Rapidash dreams. So awkward. And gives us a rare candy for listening? How generous. Also, this sad man can't catch his own Clefairy, so he's making do with a Pokédoll. I could insert so many naughty jokes here, but I'll let you fill in the blanks. Go for it. Let's go take on Lieutenant Surge. Still got the old trash can game, eh? Oh, no. Just kidding. Must be broken. Or he really likes throwing things away. This guy's still going on about some war he fought in? What war? How old are you? Anyway, I got myself a Thunder Badge! Again, I mean, I have all of these back at home in my room, but why not earn them again, right? Let's head north to Route 6 to find, I don't even want to know. Oh, they're just fighting over whether Teddiursa or Phanpy is cuter. Two adult men fighting over cute Pokemon. That's a relief because, you know, it looked like... Anyway. In the tall grass here, I found a Granbull, the evolved form of Snubbull. Then by surfing around, I got my hands on a Golduck. We can just walk on into Saffron City nowadays without an issue. Mr. Psychic's house? He knows what I want. Yeah, TM29. It's all I've been dreaming of. Not! Sabrina's gym is just as fun as ever with all the warp panels. We finally reach her and find she has added some Johto additions to her party, but she still has no chance against my Typhlosion's flamin' hot Cheeto breath. Got the Marsh badge, easy peasy, but you didn't see that coming. And the Silph Co seems to still be D-Team Rocketified. They seem to remember my grandeur from a few years back and grant me an upgrade for traveling so far. Another helpful evolution item we want to keep safe. Okay, let's see. Where to go? Let's go east to Route 8. The guard talks about a radio tower in Lavender Town? I don't remember that at all. You feeling okay, buddy? We can time travel to nighttime to find some new Pokemon out in the tall grass of Route 8, including 2 Haunter and 2 Kadabra. Then we reach the eerie location of Lavender Town. I don't want to go back here. I have the creeps from... Huh? This music isn't scary. This is quite peaceful, actually. The Soul House? It looks like the cemetery has moved into a single-level building. Now, I'm no architect, but it seems like that's a good idea. I mean, just imagine for a second, a tower of buried bodies. That's the real terrifying thing right there. There truly is a radio tower here, but security is tight since Team Rocket took over the Goldenrod Tower, and people are telling me I can't listen to the radio here anyway because 1, the power is down, and 2, I need something called an expansion card. Luckily, I know where the power probably comes from. Let's head north to Route 10. What are you laughing at, man? Oh, just a sneeze, eh? Hey, Fever. Gesundheit. As we enter Rock Tunnel during the day, we can find a Cubone and a Marowak. I didn't want to have to do it, but now I have to do it. Sorry, HM Slave Chikorita. You gotta learn Flash so I can see. There, much better. Just as my previous Kanto adventure, there isn't much to see here, but after climbing down a ladder, you can also grab a Kangaskhan in the basement. Pretty cool. Wait, it sleeps standing up to avoid crushing its baby? That's some deep stuff right there. We can head down, up, and out to reach Route 9 on the other side of the cave. No, wait a minute, Route 10. Oh, just kidding, it is Route 9 after all. What? On Route 9, we can find a level 15 Fearow. The Pokemon levels are staying true to the old games as well. Now that's dedication. As you'll remember, head all the way north and we can surf down and around the area to reach this patch of grass. Here we can get Voltorb. Already have an Electrode, as you'll remember, but now the set is complete. Mwahahaha! Electabuzz can also be found here as well. Heading inside the power plant, we uncover the reason behind the recent outages. An important machine part has been stolen by a thief. The security man asks for my cooperation in finding the thief. What does that even mean? Do you expect me to go get it? Well, I guess I have to, because that's what heroes do. Let's just quickly weave our way through Route 9 to Cerulean City.
Hey you, don't litter!
How dare you insinuate that I ever would? I know where to put the trash. Trust me, you're going there soon, buddy. So not much has changed around here in 3 years. The bike shop is closed. Wait, the one in Goldenrod was related to this one? It's a bike shop chain business? Guys, I feel single-handedly responsible for the booming bike shop business. Mind blown. Might as well take off to the gym and... Oh, what? This guy has to be the worst thief I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
He is freaking out, man. He headed up to Route 24. Let's just hunt him down. He came from a, quote, different country? That's some pretty deep lore info right there. He's willing to tell me his secrets after I crush him into the dust. The machine part is hidden in the gym somewhere. Okay, perfect. Oh, he seems rather distraught after learning that I disbanded Team Rocket again. There he goes. Why do I feel kind of bad for this guy? He is a criminal, after all. Anyway, let's head back to the gym and search around. What do I do? Fish it out? Oh, there we go. Misty seems to be away at the moment as well. Where could she be? Are you down there under the water somewhere? Misty! Misty? Hello? Well, I guess no one's home. Let's just trek all the way back to the power plant to seize our glory and fame. Now with power restored to the entire Kanto region, we can tie up a couple of loose ends. Let's go back to Saffron City to this house to see a girl named Copycat. Her parents say a boy 3 years ago gave her a Pokédoll. Spoiler alert, that boy was me. Look at how she just became me. I'm so enthralled in your craft and only a little terrified of your stalkerish vibes. Copycat is super sad, however, because her favorite Clefairy doll is missing. Where have I seen a Clefairy doll? Oh yeah, in the Vermilion fan club. I thought this thing looked familiar. It'll probably never smell the same again. The man reluctantly forks it over and we can return it to its rightful place. Then Copycat is so happy that she gives us a magnet train pass. What is a magnet train? Well, while the SS Aqua is fun and all, if you want the quickest and easiest method of transportation from Kanto to Johto, you should try the all-new Lightspeed Magnet Train. It basically transports you from Saffron to Goldenrod in a matter of seconds. How convenient is that? While we're over here, we may as well leave our freshly caught Electabuzz at the daycare with Ditto. Have fun, guys! Wink wink. Riding the rails back to Saffron, we can fly back to Lavender Town and speak with the radio tower manager, who is thrilled to have the power back. You're welcome. We can now get the expansion card up and running to find a few new channels, such as places and people. Let's all sing with DJ Fern. Yeah, let's not. And most importantly, the Pokeflute channel. Because, you know, my old Pokeflute is at home in a box of stuff in storage. Yeah, I'm sure it's still there. Okay, so let's get back to it, shall we? Back to Cerulean City, the only remaining question is, where is Misty? Misty! Yoo-hoo! Oh? What you looking at? A cave with a horribly overpowered Pokemon. Trust me, I know the story. I know. As we head north throughout 24, we can time travel and hop over into the grass to find 3 Gloom. Yep, I said 3. Let's just surf down and check this out. Oh yeah, he was right. The cave is completely collapsed in. Not gonna get Mewtwo the same way twice, eh? Let's keep trucking up to Route 25. Oh no. Damn it! The Nugget Bridge trainers, who I thought disappeared, have moved into the woods. We gotta beat them all. Oh, why? You do get a nugget for your troubles at the end, so that's nice, I guess. Ooh la la. Who you with, Misty? Was that Ash? Aww. Calling me a pest? It's not like Bill isn't staring out the windows of his cottage up there, watching you two finagling near the water. Trust me, he does that. After admiring my Johto badges, she suddenly becomes very interested in battling me. Perfect. Inside of Bill's cottage, we find his grandpa sitting here all alone, watching TV. Poor Grandpa Bill. We can save him from boredom by showing him some rare Pokemon his stalker of a grandson mentioned, and we want to do this because in return he'll gift us rare evolutionary stones which we can then clone. Here's the first riddle. Yeah, that would be Lickitung. Show him one to grab an Everstone, the least helpful item in the game. But next we have a dead ringer for Oddish, and that'll grant us a Leaf Stone. Follow suit with Growlithe, Staryu, and Pichu to get a Fire, Water, and Thunderstone respectively. Now, if we go back to Cerulean and perform the clone glitch on these stones, once again watch this video here if you need a refresher, we can go on an evolutionary spree with some of our Pokemon friends that we have caught thus far. Again, we want to make sure we keep at least one variety for our living dex and evolve a second, quote, copy. Don't worry, this cloning is nothing like Pokemon the first movie, it's all for fun and games. I'm sure. By using our Leaf Stones, we can evolve Gloom into Vileplume, and Weepinbell into Victory Bell. Water Stones will allow us to evolve Staryu into Starmie, Shelder into Cloyster, Poliwhirl into Poliwrath, and one of our 17 Eevees into Vaporeon. Next up is the Thunderstone, which we can take to another Eevee to make it a Jolteon. And last but not least are the Fire Stones, which we can use to evolve Growlithe into Arcanine, and yet another Eevee into Flareon. Look at that number rise. I feel like we're going places now. Let's sneak into Misty's gym and surf around all of her trainers to take her on. That's a cute haircut. Defeating her grants us a Cascade badge. Where to go now? This is ass backwards from when I did this adventure. I guess let's head south through Route 5 and check out what used to be the daycare. What? What? Where? What is it? Like there's a ghost behind me, isn't there? Well, that was weird. Let's pop back through Saffron and head west to Route 7. This route is tiny, but at night we can actually find a variety of new Pokemon, including a Murkrow, 2 Houndour, and a Persian. Meow. That brings us back to Celadon City. What used to be the underground lair of the whole Team Rocket operation is now a dozy little town with a shopping center, restaurant, and a casino. What's under the poster? It's nothing. Good. They got that whole mess cleared up, I see. This game corner now has a card flip game too that is actually pretty fun. I miss the days that Pokemon straight up endorsed gambling. Children of today have no idea what they're missing. Anyway, the only notable thing here is that Porygon can be retrieved from the prize counter for 5,555 game coins. Just as our last romp through here, playing the slots could take ages and you might lose all your money. So we can just continue to clone nuggets as we have been to sell for maximum moolah, and then just trade over to buy the required coins. Porygon is now ours. Boom. Just like old times, we can also sneak behind the Celadon mansion to hear a man's terrifying tale of a boy who was given a bicycle. The only curse I was given was having to listen to this awful story. Oh, man. And over on this side, we can see that Brandon is still up to no good. Seriously, man, get some help. Okay, let's cut our way to Erica's gym. Typhlosion can light the whole place on fire, no problem, and get us the rainbow badge with relative ease. Okay, now it's time to time travel to daytime and head off west to Route 16. In this tiny patch of grass, we can find a new Pokemon called Slugma, as well as a Grimer and a Muck. This tall grass is full of sludge. Yuck. Now we can take a nice relaxing bike ride down Cycling Road. Of course, again, we're going to try to avoid all the trainers along the way. Damn it! Well, we touched down at the bottom and we can move forward to Route 18 and onward to Fuchsia City. You'll remember that Koga is now in the Elite Four, so who took his place at the gym? Turns out he actually had 5 daughters. Oh, just kidding, these are lookalikes, stand-ins. Well done, guys, well done. He did have one actual daughter named Janine, and we have to sniff out the real one. Here she is. What you doing over here instead of in the center? You fooled me. You fooled me with that ninja magic. And after beating her poison-type team, we find she is just as much of a pushover as her daddy-o and get her hands on a soul badge. I'm a soul man! Stop it! Unfortunately, that's all to do here in Fuchsia City. The Game Warden is actually traveling on vacation, so he closed the good old Safari Zone, and a volcanic eruption at Cinnabar Island has blocked our path to the south. Somehow I missed that one in the news. So we have no choice but to push on east to Route 15. Wait, you're a teacher? What are you teaching with that stick? Anyway, scouring through the tall grass, we can find ourselves a Nidorino, and a Chansey, which I hate to say this, but it has that 1% encounter rate, just like Dunsparce. Somehow this is still much better than the red, blue, yellow days, because instead of Safari Balls, we can actually use our clone Master Balls, but still, 1%. Not only that, but you'll want to clone Chansey as well, because if we move beyond Route 15 to Route 14, we can find this lady named Kim who wants to trade her Aerodactyl for a Chansey. I'm sorry, Kim, but you're just not the brightest bulb in the box. You're trading an ancient, flying, extinct dinosaur to get a giant fluffy egg, with a smaller egg in a stomach pouch. Let that sink in, Kim. Now we're adding Aerodactyl to our living dex here. But as you'll recall from the older videos, I have major OCD about Pokemon names and OTs, so I'll be breeding this Aerodactyl later to get a baby Aerodactyl with my name instead of Kim's. But if you don't care, or hell, if your name is Kim, more power to you. In the tall grass of Route 14, we can also catch a couple of Skiploom, the evolved form of Hoppip. Okay, and if we followed the path, that would bring us further north to Route 13. But look at this. I'm actually going to cheat a little bit and fly to Lavender Town and approach the next step from the top. Route 13 is just a pain in the patootie. If you head south along Route 12, you can get the final fishing pole, the Super Rod. You can use it to catch a quillfish out here. Then head westward to find yourself emerging on Route 11. Let's time travel to nighttime to find ourselves a Hypno. Then we find... Oh, mama! You're bigger than I remember! Like I said, I'm far too lazy to go back home and dig through boxes of storage to find my dang Pokeflute. Luckily, with our new expansion radio card, we can find a Pokeflute channel on loop. Hey, wait a minute, that's me playing the Pokeflute. Why am I not getting paid royalties for this? And if we play that for this sleepy fella, it does the trick. Of course, we want to catch the big boy and add him to our Pokedex. Okay, so as you can see, this opens up Diglett's cave. We can catch Diglett, you know, Diglett's cave. And of course a Dugtrio as well. Dang, even in areas of weak reception, Bill still finds a way, doesn't he? After returning to the surface on Route 2, we finally make it back to Pewter City. Man, it's been so long since I've been here. Last time I traveled here, I had my newly obtained level 100 Gengar. Ah, memories. Let's check in with our old buddy Brock. Look, he can afford a shirt now! That's great! He's got some cool fossil additions to his team, too. But we beat him no problem to get our Boulder Badge. We should talk to this random NPC for no reason at all. Ah, he's reminiscing about Johto, eh? A silver wing? What is this, a spray-painted chicken wing? Oh no, it's a feather. What am I gonna do with this? Thanks? Well, let's just hold on to it for now and explore Route 3 off the eastern edge of town. After a short power walk, we find Mount Moon. And inside, Brandon ambushes us in the dark. Why do you hang out in caves so much? Sorry man, you're still just not good enough to beat me. He sounds really philosophical. Maybe he'll actually change his ways and go get a haircut, and go back to not stealing Pokemon? Who knows? While we find that Mount Moon is way smaller than I remember it being, we can catch 2 Clefairy while passing through. There's also a new outdoor area in the middle called Mount Moon Square, with a gift shop? Tourism is really booming out here. This may look pretty bland, but if we time travel to precisely 8 p.m. on Monday night, we can actually witness something truly amazing called the Dance of the Clefairy. These 2 Clefairy do a special dance around this meteor, and Pokemon lore theorists will know it is said that Pokemon originated from a space rock, and the Clefairy have special ties to meteors. If we rock smash this baby open, we can actually get our hands on an incredibly rare Moonstone. Mount Moon still exits on Route 4, but we have no need to go back to Cerulean City, so let's just fly back to Pewter City for now. There we can clone a few Moonstones and trigger some evolutions. Can I say first, one of my Clefairy is holding a Mystery Berry? That's a new one. We can use these Moonstones to evolve one Clefairy into Clefable, Nidorino into Nidoking, Nidorina into Nidoqueen, and Jigglypuff into Wigglytuff. With daylight upon us, let's trek south to Viridian City. You'll see that Viridian Forest has thinned out over time. Deforestation is a sad, sad thing. Gone are the days of terrifying bugs around every corner. Even this music is much less creepy. Man, this is a bop. We'll want to grab a couple of Pikachu while we're out here. They seem to be flourishing in the woods. Good for you, Pikachu! Entering Viridian City, we see our old friend, this drunk guy who wouldn't move 3 years ago. Oh, espresso, eh? I see you feel better. After he calls us a little whelp, we can visit this new addition to the city called the Viridian Trainer House. Yeah, random guy. I know he did. He is me. Here you can actually practice battle against a carbon copy of yourself called Cal, who has all of the evolved Johtomons. Seriously, we shouldn't have messed with the space-time continuum. What have we done? Anyway, heading to the gym, we can find that Giovanni is obviously still MIA. No one's home. Hello? What are those things? Lego blocks? Well, guys, there's only one place left to go now. Actually 2, but let's just pretend it's 1 for effect. A wave of nostalgia is hitting me as I travel down Route 1. So many memories. My first steps into the Pokemon world, really. Oh look, Mom's back over here now. This isn't gonna ruin our timeline continuity, is it? Is it? Oh, that's where that thing went. We can head over to Brandon's house to find his sister Daisy. Wait. Brandon is the what now? She can't be serious. It should also be noted that Daisy is a certified groomer now and she can do massages. On the Pokemon, get your mind out of the gutter. As always, we should stop in and see our old friend Professor Oak. Normally, if we look at the map, Cinnabar Island is the very last Kanto destination untouched, and I'm still 2 Kanto badges short of a whole enchilada. Apparently, Brandon's hoarding one of the badges, and that weird Blaine guy might still be drifting around Cinnabar somewhere, but we've hit the whole Kanto trek pretty fast and furious, so why don't we take a little breather and just go work on our Pokedex some more. First, I can clone more Thunderstones and use one to evolve a Pikachu into Raichu. Then I can ride the rails back to Goldenrod and check on my eggs! Electabuzz made a baby, so we're gonna hatch that and leave a Clefairy brewing with the Ditto. After hours of mindless biking, I hatched the egg into an Elekid, then picked up the new egg and hatched that one into another baby Pokemon called Cleffa. I also took care of my little Aerodactyl problem. I can't be known as Kim, guys. I'm just not at that point in my midlife crisis yet. There! An Aerodactyl that is 100% mine. Thank you, Kim, for your services. Now is as good a time as any to tackle another side quest. Remember that shiny silver feather that nice random old man in Pewter City gave us? I remember hearing tell of a legend during my travels. As we nicely sailed across the outskirts of Route 41, we totally skipped over a whole hidden area in the middle there called the Whirl Islands. Granted, we didn't have Whirlpool at the time, but I just have a feeling like something's calling me there. So let's fly back to Cianwood and begin to sail east. The Whirl Islands are comprised of 4 separate rocks, and I want to try to make it to the northeast one. So after some tricky surfing, and of course using Whirlpool for the second and last time in this game, I'm about to enter the depths below and try to uncover one of Johto's oldest mysteries. Let's enter the cave and light it up in here. That's better. We can hop down these ledges to reach a ladder. Then head down along the ledge. Wait. Oh, did you guys see that? That Zubat was shiny. Damn it. What is wrong with me? I need to slow down. Granted, it's just a Zubat, but that could have been awesome. Anyway, let's press on to the basement's second floor. Walking here, we can find 2 seal, and we can surf down a waterfall to enter the secret chamber in the middle. Only to find that one of the mythical Pokemon of Johto has returned here to slumber. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Lugia, chicken god of the seas, wrangler of the legendary birds, and one half of the reason why the Burn Tower is burnt. Of course, while I would normally possibly offer up a battle strategy, since we have clone Master Balls, the legendary Lugia is ours, no problem. While still surfing about, we can also find a Horsey. I know, a little less exciting than the bird god of the seas, but we still need one, right? We can also hop out of the water and use our good old Super Rod in this chamber to nab 2 Seadra and a Kingler. Okay, let's escape the cave and fly back to Azalea Town. Yes, Azalea Town. Why on earth are we going back to this forgettable little town? Well, no, seriously, I mean, the well. Okay, bad joke aside, there's more to uncover in Slowpoke Well now that we're almighty Pokemon Masters. We can use Strength on a boulder and surf to a previously unreachable ladder that takes us down to the second basement of the well. Here we can find Slowbro while surfing around. Then another loose end we can tie up is back in the Dragon's Den in Blackthorn City. By using our Super Rod here, we can land 2 Dragonair. And since I just can't get enough of these side quests, I thought we could take this time to explain the rest of the myths surrounding the Johto region. As previously mentioned, Ho-Oh and Lugia represent the balance of sky and sea. One day during a powerful battle, 3 nameless Pokemon perished in the Burn Tower. Lugia fled, and Ho-Oh, feeling sorrow, used his power of resurrection to bring these 3 Pokemon back to life as deities, one of which now belongs to me. The other two legendary beasts, as they're known, no, not dogs, this one's a leopard for crying out loud, are Raikou and Entei. Mystical powers abound, they're now roaming the Johto region at random, and won't be easy to find at all. Prepare for the hardest part of any Pokemon journey, ever. We're about to partake in the great legendary beast hunt. So here's how it works. Every time you walk to a new location, let's say from New Barktown to Route 29, the beasts move to a new location as well adjacent to where they currently are. We have no way to track them without first encountering them, so finding them to begin with is a task in its own right. To remedy this, we can purchase max repels from a mart, since those work on your run-of-the-mill everyday Pokemon, but will not work on legendary creatures. Capiche? Now, we also need a good location to traverse back and forth to a patch of grass, since that'll trigger the beasts to move every time we change location. So I picked Ecruteak's southern entrance to Route 37, since the grass is literally right there. So I'm going to put on a max repel and start walking to Route 37, taking a few steps in the grass, and then walking back to Ecruteak, and then rinse repeat until hopefully I trigger these beasts to move to Route 37 while I happen to be there in the grass. Make sense? Normally I would say that you want a Pokemon with mean look or something at the front of your party as well, because the beasts run away as soon as you start the battle with them faster than an Abra can teleport. But remember, we have all those Master Balls in this game, and that'll make this whole process much easier. After having no luck for hours of hunting down here, I decided to give Mahogany to Route 42 a spin. You never know when they'll sync up with you. It's really a bunch of dumb luck.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, it worked! Here he is, Raikou, the Legend of Thunder. Pokemon Chronicles fans represent. Gonna Master Ball it up, and damn, he is so cool. One down, one to go. Let's hit the grind again. It's the same exact process for finding Entei. Hiya, it's Uncle Ralph? What the hell? Creepy. What seemed like a whole entire lifetime as day turned to night, and night to day again, I finally found this fire-hot lion dog. One more Master Ball and we now own the 3 legendary beasts of old. Congratulations! I feel it's now only right to return to the Tin Tower, where those 3 monk dudes told us they would await the capture of the creatures. So this is weird, right? Without explanation, the middle one just gives us a rainbow wing, and a magical staircase appears out of nowhere. Well, that's odd. Don't tell anyone, but I actually found one of these feathers as a kid. They're said to bring the bearer eternal happiness. I swear I saw a bird Pokemon I had never seen before fly over a rainbow, and Professor Oak just told me it was a Fearow in the sunlight. But I had my doubts. Now holding this feather, I feel so vindicated. Let's climb the staircase and push on to our foretold destiny. They entrusted me with the rainbow wing, they feel I'm the chosen one, and I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Well, maybe not this. To be perfectly clear, the Tin Tower is actually a giant maze, and probably violates every safety code known to man. But just follow me and we'll reach the top. Here we go. Take the first staircase here. Then we want to move in an S pattern as we move up to the next staircase. Mind the center pillar. So far so good. Now's when things can get a little tricky because there are multiple routes we can take. To press on quickly, we'll want to jump left to the middle pillar, then wrap around and keep going left to this staircase. Then you want to jump along to the center plank where you can detour down and back to the left. But not all the way left, stop at this last plank and head south. All the way down until you swerve just right and down again. Take these stairs here. Are you done yet? 'Cause I am. Anyway, wrap up along the right side of the room and then across the top. Take the jumps down to these stairs here. Now, yeah, that is a warp panel. You thought this was just a jumping maze? No way! We have warp panels! What is going on in this, quote, ancient tower is beyond me. Those monks, man. Anyway, all of the other warp panels can lead to rare items, but to skip all that, we can loop around the room to the right, then down, then back left to the center area. Take this warp panel to reach a second warp panel just below it. And another straightforward path to a third warp panel brings you here. We can grab a full restore before taking the fourth and final warp panel, which leads to a single staircase. We have now arrived on the roof of the building. Mind your step, it's a long fall down. Where Ho-oh, the almighty phoenix, awaits. He sensed the presence of a powerful trainer, yours truly, and perched here to test our worth. Haha, Master Ball. Yep, The clone exploit for the Master Ball is the real hero of this story, saving me hours upon hours of Ultra Ball throwing shenanigans, but I digress. We now possess all of the legendary Johto Pokemon that most people have only heard tell of in legends. We rock! I guess we're done now? Oh no wait, that's right! We were on a quest to get the rest of the Kanto badges. I almost forgot what we were doing. Let's take the magnet train back over to Kanto, and then continue from Pallet Town where we left off. If we surf just south of Pallet Town to this small patch of grass on Route 21, we can find a wild Mr. Mime. Ah! We can also use our Super Rod out here to find a Lantern, the evolved form of Chinchou. Then let's push south towards Cinnabar Island. Oh my god. If she wins, I get to help her with her suntan lotion? I have never ever condoned losing a battle on purpose, but I'm gonna try. Onyx, go! So sadly, I was still too overpowered. I tried to lose, but it just couldn't happen today. For now, swimmer female Nikki, I bid you adieu. Oh, Cinnabar is closed off since the volcano erupted. This is sad to see, guys. Who's that over there?
Brandon? Alright, twerp, you're going down.
Holy fruitcakes, Batman! Brandon did it. He cleaned up and now he's reminiscing about the time he was champion for like 30 seconds. This is nuts! He's saying he'll fight me at the gym and then spins away into the sky. What the hell is even happening?
Wait, what? What?
You a magician now or something? Well, one thing is for certain. Any trace of Team Rocket's evil experiments revolving around Mewtwo are long gone. And if we surf off to Route 20, we find that Blaine has actually taken up camp in this shell of a rock, what's left of the Seafoam Islands. No more little fun quizzes, just a man in an empty rock, ready to do battle. He does his best, but I'm more fired up, and I get my hands on the volcano badge. Can I just make a side note that this gym leader cheerleader guy is always the best? He came all the way out here because he didn't know where to find me, but he wanted to wish me good luck. That's awesome dedication. If Brandon was serious, that means there's only one thing left to do now. It looks like he really has taken over the title of Viridian City Gym Leader, and he's not pulling any punches this time either. It looks like he stopped by Pallet Town and got the old team back together, and now is offering me one of the most challenging battles I've ever had. But we pulled through at the end and earned ourselves an Earth badge. Like him or not, Brandon is one hell of a trainer.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but you've earned the Earth badge. Haha, yes! Hey, wait a minute. Are you the Viridian City Gym Leader? Because Giovanni's here.
Let's go show Oak that we completed the updated Kanto Gym Challenge. He's slightly impressed and tells us we can now access Mount Silver, where the toughest Pokemon Masters go to train. He's a little vague about what I'll find there, but we can go check it out for any more Pokemon we're missing from our decks. After arranging my legendary all-star team, it's time to set out west of Viridian City to adventure. Route 22 now leads to one of those hallways in the Indigo Plateau, providing a much easier walk to and from the Johto region. Nice. And this left hallway leads to Route 28, where you'll find a Rapidash. Out here we can carefully trek west to the outskirts of Silver Cave. We can cut through some trees and access this house, where a reclusive lady gives me the TM for Steel Wing to not reveal her location to anyone. This lady says everywhere she goes people chase her. Is Britney Spears in the Pokemon canon? Ugh, Anthony, I don't care that you eat berries like your Geodude. Stop calling me! If we head up to the left of the Pokemon Center, we'll officially reach Mount Silver. Let's flash it up in here and get started. As soon as we step in the door, we can obtain a Magmar, and 3 Larvitar in the daytime. Then we can press on, up, and down multiple ledges to the top right entrance. Up here we can time travel! at nighttime to find a Parasect lurking about. Just look at those eyes. Creepy! And a new Pokemon called Misdreavus. Now it's time to ascend to the summit. Climb all these stairs and head in this cavern here.
Who are you?
Holy crap! What is going on? It's me, I think. I don't know what just happened, but one thing can be said for sure. I am definitely the hardest trainer I have ever faced. What a battle! But we're not done yet. We still have a ton of Pokedex filling to do. Just look at this fly animation when using Lugia. That's perfect in every way. This next part I'm gonna speed through. My voice is already starting to crack, so just keep in mind that any helpful evolutionary items, including rare candies, wink wink, can and should be cloned. And all the methods we discussed previously to evolve these bad boys are up for grabs. First, I dropped Magmar off at the daycare for a little while to obtain an egg, which I eventually hatched into a new baby Pokemon, Magby. I evolved a Pidgeotto into Pidgeot, Magnemite into Magneton, and Seal into Dugong. Now let's talk about Tyrogue. You remember Tyrogue? We got him in Mount Mortar from the Karate King as a prize for winning a battle. Remember that? Game Freak thought it would be fun if they had one Pokemon evolve based purely on its stats. So much fun. So this Tyrogue can actually evolve at level 20 into any of 3 Pokemon. If it has a higher attack stat, it evolves into Hitmonlee. Higher defense gives us Hitmonchan. And what happens if your attack and your defense are exactly the same? That's where a new Johto Pokemon called Hitmontop comes in. So what we want to do is clone Tyrogue 3 times, and then feed one a bunch of protein to buff up its attack stat, feed another one iron, sorry buddy, to boost its defense, and then one of them we want to kind of toggle around and try to get the attack and defense to be exactly the same, and then we cross our fingers and just hope that when it hits level 20 they raise exactly the same so it turns into Hitmontop. Make sense? From there I got back to old-fashioned evolution. I evolved the Dragonair into Dragonite, not at level 50 like Lance the Cheater. Then I evolved one Chikorita into Bayleaf, and another Chikorita into Bayleaf, and then Meganium. One Totodile into Croconaw, another Totodile into Croconaw, and then Feraligatr. I evolved a Natu into Xatu, a Skiploom into Jumpluff, a Marill into Azumarill, Pineco into Fortress, Slugma into Magcargo, Swinub into Piloswine, Houndour into Houndoom, one Larvitar into Pupitar, another one into Pupitar, and then into Tyranitar. And now we're gonna kind of refresh on the whole friendship thing. I'm not gonna dive all in because I already did that in one of the previous videos, but basically your friendship values can be raised by giving your Pokemon a massage, at apparently now either this guy in Goldenrod or Brandon's sister, or of course giving them caring items, walking around with them, battling with them, etc, etc. So, as you can imagine, this part takes quite a while, and you have to do it with a few Pokemon. Thanks, Johto. Anyway, if you lug around a Golbat, yeah, who wouldn't love that face? You can eventually turn it into Crobat with enough love. It should be mentioned that Eevee actually has 2 friendship evos based on if you evolve it during the daytime or the nighttime. And if you gain maximum friendship and level it up during the day, you can get an Espeon, and at nighttime you can get Umbreon. If I give one of those sweet little Togepis enough love, it turns into Togetic. And one of the odder ones, if you befriend a Chansey, it can turn into a Blissey. Now, you also may remember my whole Sunstone rant about doing the whole National Park bug contest. God, I really hope you cloned one of those. Anyway, take a Sunstone to a Gloom and you can get yourself a Bellossom. As you can see, our Pokedex number there is hardly full, but my voice is giving out and you guys are probably already bored, if you made it this far. So let's return next time and talk about all of the Pokemon we can trade for, and possibly go over one more Johto mythical Pokemon that may exist. Until next time, stay awesome, Pokemon fans! Every Pokémon Ever is 100% non-profit, by the fans for the fans, but there is a way that you can help out. We're supporting St. Jude Children's Hospital. Donate today and help end childhood cancer.